The champ is here! The champ is here!
Alright, what's up guys? So, random rant, I guess, episode 2, and we're going to talk about the first topic, and the first topic today is going to be, what is the first topic? I don't even know. I finally got back on the Onewheel today, and it felt amazing. I'm really happy about being able to get back on it. I had injured my foot, or my toe more, rather, last week, and it was getting worse and worse until last night. I had to like soak my foot and, you know, do a whole bunch of stuff to basically make it feel better, and it's feeling a lot better today. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna jump back on the board and see what happens, and lots of fun, no pressure, no issue with the toe riding on the board. But this was actually the second ride that I've had after I just nosedived again, so it is a little psychological once you nosedive. I will put it that way. I will tell you that right now. It's psychological once you nosedive and you have a fall and then you get back on the board, because it's almost like you don't trust the board, or you can't trust it, and it should be completely opposite. You should trust the board and use the board within its limits. I was talking to somebody on the Facebook forums last night. They had posted, and I don't know if they're really trying to trash Onewheel, but they were just basically saying, oh, it's so slow, you know, compared to all the other EVs and other, you know, electric unicycles and skateboards and stuff that are out there, and it's super slow, and that's why it's unsafe. You know, the motor is basically underpowered, and so therefore it has those automatic cutouts, or where the engine will stop and throw you off the board. Most of those nosedives, I think, are user error, and the reason why I was saying that is because when you're on the Onewheel, once you get a little comfortable and you start being able to surf a little bit and move, bend your knees, like I would say it's a false comfort with the Onewheel. Like, it gives you confidence, but it can also tear it down right away. So, you know, once you get comfortable, you start learning how to float, you're feeling good, you know, you start pushing the board, and then that's usually where the issue happens. Is for me, when I want to go faster, in my head, I'm floating, I'm like, oh, I want to go real fast right now, and I try to subconsciously push the board to go fast, but I don't realize that I'm over exceeding its limits. Now, limits being that I may not be able to accelerate from 0 to 5, or, you know what I'm saying, like 5 to 7 miles an hour, like that, like really quick. But if I learn the board and learn its limitations and what it can do, I can still achieve that speed, but a lot more carefully, in a way that the board is designed to do so. So, you know, pushback is real. You just got to be careful. And a lot of people I see selling their boards after a first couple of falls, or after they break something. And you just have to remember, to me, it's like a motorcycle. The motorcycle is insanely powerful, but if you don't respect it, you can end up getting yourself hurt in any given situation, mainly in basic situations when it comes to motorcycles. To me, it's like that for the Onewheel. It's just being able to find your in tune, in sync position with the board, and learning it as it learns you, and I think eventually you'll be okay. That being said, move on to topic 2. All right, topic number 2. I wanted to talk about, there was a person that I follow, Epos Vox. He is an awesome YouTuber. I've watched him for a very long time, and I continue to watch him. He was always one of those guys that stood out to me, because even though when you look at his subscriber count, you see a ton of subscribers, but I always thought he was a little bit unique, because he wasn't always getting a ton of views like somebody else with the same amount of subscribers. It was always weird, but I like how he's always remained true to what he does, and he truly enjoys doing it. At least it looks that way. But he had made a comment and said that he was freaking out because of the recent YouTube algorithm, or whatever's going on with subs basically screeching down to a halt coming to a halt. Views are going down. It seems to be kind of like YouTube wide. And I responded and said, you know what, just pay attention to your quality of your content, and don't worry about actual numbers. Kind of just worry about your craft and how you can make it better. And I thought that was the right answer for the mindset that I answered that question in. He responded, and when he responded, I'm glad he responded the way he did, because it gave me a new perspective. He responded basically and said, he's coming from a place where when things slow down, that means his revenue or his money slows down. So you have to realize that a lot of people out here are depending on YouTube, and because they're doing so, that could definitely affect their way of life. That affects their income. So yeah, if you're doing YouTube and you're doing it from the perspective of this is your job, then that's something definitely to be concerned about when it comes to analytics and subscribers. If you're not in that situation and it's basically just a hobby, then yeah, I would say don't pay so much attention to analytics. More so focus on the quality of your content, and you should be good. So you just have to define what space you're in when it comes to YouTube. Me personally, this is a hobby that I am trying to grow into a career, which then I would be paid from it eventually. That's my outcome goal. That's my one wish for YouTube. And so I'm back at it again, trying to do it in a better way that I think will make me successful. Also shout out, because now I think we have like 23 or 24 subscribers, and it's really interesting when you're coming up from zero and being able to climb and go up. You know what I mean? Like my only wish is that the more people we get coming into the community, I want to interact with y'all on a daily basis, or when I release a video, I want to actively communicate with you guys. I think that'd be awesome. So number 3, is there a number 3? Let's talk passwords. Today I was surprised because there was someone who logged into my EA account, my Electronic Arts account, and tried to purchase several games with rupees. So that leads me to believe that there are tons of scammers still out there, and they have somehow infiltrated EA's their database, and they are logging into people's accounts, slowly taking over their accounts slightly so they can purchase games on their account. I mean, there was somebody playing freaking Anthem when I tried to log in, and basically I was playing war, trying to log into my account, kick them out, and change my password before they logged back in and kicked me out. It was back and forth. I finally was able to thwart the attempt, and everything's back to normal now. So be very careful about your accounts. Make sure you switch your passwords regularly and use some type of service that will allow you to keep all of your passwords safe. It's sad, but that's what we have to deal with. It sucks. But like I said, I got my account back. I'm happy. Everything's fine. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Rants, episode 2, I believe. And I will catch you all in episode 3. And if it's going the way this is going, it could be almost an everyday thing. This is mainly, like I said, just for me to rant and talk about whatever I want without necessarily having a super structured video with like an intended value. Let's just put it that way. So tell me how you're liking these. Help me share. Let's get the community grow up, get bigger, and bring more people in, and let's have fun doing it. Catch you in the next one. Peace.